everyone, thanks for watching this Cloud9 ERP Solutions video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to show you how to create a simple sales quote. And this isn't to be confused with an opportunity quote where you're using Acumatica CRM. This is just a simple quote that can be converted to a sales order. So let's get started. We go over to sales order, and you can see there's different buttons here for new sales order and new quote. Now, technically speaking, in Acumatica, our flow is sales order to shipment to invoice. There is no specific quote document. However, in Acumatica, we have order types. So when we select new quote, it brings up the sales order screen and gives us an order type of quote. Now, these order types aren't just categories for filtering and reporting. They actually have behavior to them. So, for example, a quote doesn't allow you to take a payment, doesn't allow you to create a shipment out of it, but it does allow you to record the information and email it out to the customer so they can make a decision as to whether or not they want to proceed with the quote so that it can be converted to an order. We can select a requested on date. This is the due date the customer needs it by. So this is you confirming that you can get it in by a certain amount of time. If there's a customer PO at this time, probably not. But if there is, you can enter it here. We'll select the customer and we'll start to add our line items. Now, a simple inventory item, we can start to type a few letters, put in the quantities, negotiate on the sales price. If we have any price discounts, they'll automatically show up here, but we can change this to a lower number if we need to. The other thing we can do is we can click Add Items. So this is like a quoting guide, which allows you to see which items you have in stock by default. And if we're working out of a specific warehouse, we can select that here. If we have multi-warehouse turned on, if we don't, this field will be dropped and you'll only see items from a specific warehouse. But what you can see here are all the items and the quantities available. So you may quote only the items that the customer's looking for, but the items that you have in stock by using this checkbox here. So we want another 5 of these and maybe one of these. You can add all of those items to the quote and you can continue on. Keep in mind also, if you uncheck this, you can see all the items despite whether or not there's any stock for them. And if you click Sold Since, you'll get a customer history. By default, this shows 90 days, but you can go back to any period of time and see the customer's complete history about what they ordered, what they paid, and when specifically they placed that order and purchased that item. So now we have that quote, we can save it, and we can go over here and either print the quote, if you're faxing it to them. Yes, some companies still require faxing, they don't want any emails. Or we can click on email. Now, if you email it, Acumatica will do so behind the scenes using a template you've configured. And you can see the history here at the top of the screen about this email, about the fact that we sent out this quote. Any replies will show up here as well, and they'll also be delivered to your inbox that you use, whether it's Outlook or Gmail. However, if we want a personalized email, we can print the quote, and once we see it here, we can click the Send button, and that'll do a similar thing. We'll be able to see the tracking and everything, but what we get is the ability to change this information. Of course, your template would probably still have the person's first name, but you'll be able to change and modify this to personalize it for your customer. Once you're done, the PDF of the quote will be attached automatically and you'll hit the Send button. And if we go back to the sales quote and refresh, what you see here is now 2 activities as we sent the customer it twice. So that's how you create a quote in Acumatica. It gives you all the bells and whistles of being able to create a quote, have that nice form. And when you're ready and the customer's confirmed, you can copy this quote to an order so that your warehouse and your inventory, so that your warehouse or your purchasing agent can get to work at this and get it out to the hands of the customer. So thanks so much for watching this. And if you have any questions about this or anything else Acumatica, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again and have a great day.